In this video, I'm going to give feedback to a song I just found on Reddit. So let's listen to the song a little bit.
I could say I love you to the moon and back, but I love you so much more than that. Oh, I love you more than all the fish in the sea. That's nowhere near what you mean to me. Or I could say that you're the apple of my eye, my solid gold, my star in the sky.
There are 5 major things you can do to improve a song like this. The first one is about the chord progression. The chord progression is the foundation of your song, and it's really hard to write a good melody if the chord progression is not right. Starting with the first degree chord, which is the C major chord in this case, is perfect. It's a very traditional way of starting a song. Ending the chord progression with the F major chord, which is the 4, is also perfect. What's really not working here is the D major chord in the middle. It makes the chord progression sound a little bit weird. What I always recommend is using only diatonic chords when you write your first songs. Diatonic chords are chords within the key, and the D major chord is not a diatonic chord, it's a borrowed chord because we borrow it from another key. So for example, instead of using the D major, try out this chord progression. The next one is about the melody, and this melody is constantly following the chord tones. And this is a very typical thing to do when you write your first songs. And it makes sense because the chord tone in the melody sounds good together with the chord. But the truth is that this makes your melody sound very boring and predictable. And if you check the melody of your favorite songs, they don't always follow chord tones. So in order to write a good melody, sometimes you need to avoid chord tones in the melody. The next one is about the rhythm of the melody. The motifs in this melody always start on the first beat. And this is also a natural tendency when you write your first songs because you want to be together with the beat. But this makes your melody sound boring and very predictable. And if you listen to the melody of your favorite songs, they don't always start on the first beat. So sometimes you need to start your motifs before the first beat or after the first beat. This next one is about repetition. And repetition is a very important songwriting tool because if there is no repetition, it's not really a song. But too much repetition is also not a good thing. If you make too much repetitions, it just becomes annoying. And there are actually a lot of songwriting tools you can use to make your repetitions less obvious. For example, instead of making a perfect repetition, you can make a variation with your second motif instead of just repeating the first motif. And the last one is about structure. And I always say that there is a reason why all the successful songwriters are using the same structures. And it's because those structures keep up the attention of the listener. And this song sounds like just a huge long verse. So you need to use at least a verse and a chorus in your songs. But most songs today use a verse, a pre-chorus and a chorus.